What is the good word, everybody? Tiger727 back with a video, a care package video. Very much appreciative of any care package that I do get. And I discovered Joe over at Four Soft Corners. I discovered his channel a few months back now, midwinter. I don't remember exactly when. And we started communicating, and I had sent him some cards, and then he reached out to me and saw that what I was collecting on trading card database and said he had some stuff to help me out. So I got this package in the mail today, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. If you're not familiar with Joe's channel, he is, I would definitely recommend going and see his channel. He's kind of like me, for lack of a better term, all over the board when it comes to collecting. He does some vintage, 70s, 80s, 90s, even modern. He's a Phillies fan, Eagles fan, but does like his vintage. And when I saw his channel and he starts talking about buying vintage cards that are well loved, I guess people like to say, or not in the best of condition, I totally agree with him. I think it's a good way to collect vintage cards, potential Hall of Famers. I picked up some Yogi Berras at cheap prices, Drysdales, Ted Williams that I've showed on my channel. So he did send a note here. Says, thank you again for the great PC stuff you sent me. Here are some of the cards for your Bowman set needs and hopefully some Tiger stuff that will fit into your collection. Thanks, your friend Joe over at Four Soft Corners. So yeah, go ahead and sub him if you haven't already. And we'll go right off the top here. Nice Denny McLain and Bob Gibson showing the 68. I believe this is from the 70, 75 tops. I think if I'm reading that right. I can never remember. I'm horrible with that. Vintage Bowman of Walt. I think it's, I don't know if it's Dropo or Dropo. I'm not sure. Probably Dropo. So that's a nice card there. See if I can get these out of here without damaging anything. He sent me quite a few. I mean, the box is full. So thank you very much for that, Joe. I'm sure there's plenty in here that I will need. Right off the bat, I don't think I've ever seen any of these. Nice Trammell, Petrie, Lolich. Yeah, I don't have any of these. I've never even seen these cards. Danny McLain, Jack Morris, and Willie Horton. Some modern, Austin Jackson, Torrey Hunter, Bruce Rondon, Garcia, JV, another Jackson card, see-through, which is pretty cool. Another Morris, Justin Upton, Fritz Fielder. I think I'm going to do a two-part series on this just because there's so much here and I don't want to make this video too long. I don't believe I have any of these Upper Deck signatures cards. That was a Granderson, Jeremy Bonderman, Pudge, and Sheffield. Is that Armando Galarraga? I believe it is, doesn't say. Another Pudge. Cespedes. There's a guy who never really ended up being what he was supposed to be. Bounced around the league, Oakland, Detroit, Mets. I don't even know if he's still in the Mets organization. So many injuries, oddball injuries. I think he fell off a horse or something. Nice K-line there. Nice Cobb. I'm not sure if I have this K-line. That gold thing, Sunoco down there. So that's kind of cool. Might be some Bowman cards that I might need for my set. Nice Cabrera there. Another fielder. Another Cabrera. 2013 Cabrera. Sent me a couple of those. Another Cabrera from 2013. I'm assuming that's probably, no, that's not update. That's base set. Matt Manning. Out with a broken foot right now. Jose Iglesias. Well, that guy could play defense, but his bat was not much to write home about. Grab another stack here and see what we got. Another Prince Fielder, actually sliding. And Austin Jackson. A lot of cards in here, Joe, that I know I don't have. I know that. So these will be definitely, it's perfect timing because I'm actually continuing to reorganize my Tiger collection from all the cards I have on Trading Card Day or obtained from Trading Card Database. Nice Fielder and Tulowitzki. Trying to organize them all by, because I have, a small amount, a decent amount, but a small amount of vintage from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'll probably put those all in one binder as of right now. And then I'll do the 80s, 90s, probably the 2000s up to the 2010 year. And then I'll do 10 to 20 in another binder and or binders. And then 2020 to the current year. So it's a cool Braun card I do not have, and I actually PC Braun. Never seen that. That's cool. David M. is not so favorite person these days. Michael Fulmer with the Cubs. Opening day. Another opening day. Opening day. Kinsler. Eric over at Classic Cards, non-favorite person. Here's a numbered card of Wilson Placios. Numbered 250. So that's super cool. Omar Infante. Prince Fielder. Give me three of those. Another Fielder. Austin Jackson. Another K-line. Another pitcher who forgot how to pitch when he got to Detroit. Joe Nathan. Kinsler. And Victor Martinez. He's now with part of one of the assistant hitting coaches with the Blue Jays. Even he didn't want to come back to Detroit and help out. Crazy. Torrey Hunter. Rick Porcello. I think he just announced his retirement a few weeks back. Porcello, that is. These are an opening day. I don't know what these are, if they're like a Walmart edition. But that's a nice looking Kinsler there. Joe Nathan. Mentioned him earlier. Another V-Mart. That's a cool looking card there. The image of him just stands out. Very cool. Another Nathan. Yeah, Kinsler. And there's a lot of good stuff in here, Joe. Very, very happy with this. I can't thank you enough. Austin Jackson. Bruce Rondon again. It's funny, it was a story I heard on the radio, on Sports Talk Radio, back when I lived in the Detroit area. One of the broadcasters said his girlfriend asked him, like, who's that Doan guy on the Tigers? And the radio host was like, Doan? He's like, who are you talking about, Doan? Yeah, his last name is Doan. And she thought his first name was Ron, and thought his last name was Doan. So I thought that was a pretty funny story. I remember hearing that, and I was laughing as I was driving down the road. So it's Bruce Rondon, not just Rondon. Drew Smiley. Abisail Garcia. Another Garcia. Another Garcia. Be careful when you say this name. Don't say it too fast. Buck Farmer. Kyle Lobstein. Stephen Moya. Matt Boyd. He's back with the Tigers now. It's a cool Manning card. Another Garcia rookie. Here's that Rondon guy. Garcia. Another Matt Manning. Another Matt Manning. Turnbull. Came back from Tommy John this year. Soto, he's with Philly now. I got to check, see how he's doing. For a while there, I was thinking that we did pretty good with Verling and Maton, but Maton couldn't hit water. He fell out of a boat these days, so I don't know what happened to him. Baez. A couple good rooms. I'll just show one. And Scherzer. Let's see here. I'll show a few more. Try to get to about the halfway point of this box, and then I'm going to do the other part. Part 2, I guess. I showed these already, but I'll just show a quick handful. Because I haven't shown this top one, but these are all Cabreras and Prince Fielders from 2013. JD Martinez, Topps Holiday. JV Topps Holiday. Some Topps Opening Day, JV and JD Martinez. JV again. Another JV. I was thinking about maybe turning my tradings back on a trading card database, but I need to go through all of these first and update my list, because I know there's a lot in here that I did not have. Some I did, which is absolutely fine, because I still appreciate it and they're still cards, but there is a lot in here that I did not have, so I know I have to update my list before I turn my trading back on, because I'm trying to avoid doubles as much as possible. I got enough cards laying around the house where I don't need any more doubles than I already have. So my doubles I try to keep these days are like variations, especially like the late 80s, early 90s Donruss stuff with the commas missing or periods, and some 90 Fleer I discovered last night. There's some variations and error cards. These are pretty cool. 2 or 3 of these Cabreras in here. Opening days. His final season, 2013 Prince Fielder. I know I don't have this card. I like that old uniform. I kind of wish they'd go back to it for their away. Maybe if not go back to it, they can leave the Detroit that they have now on it, but go back to the orange and blue sleeves or something. But I'm old school. Actually, we were just talking about being old school last night in our COS group chat. So, yes, I am old school. I'm not a fan of the new way of doing things, but that's a whole nother story. And last but not least for this episode, another Scherzer there. And this will be part 1. So, Joe, thanks again. I'm sure I'll be thanking you again in number 2. But a lot of great cards here, a lot of great additions to my collection. So if you don't know Joe, go check out his channel, Joe over at 4 Soft Corners. Thanks.